Alright guys, and welcome back to Armored Warfare, and today we're doing the 4 heroes results. Now, I did get 5 replays that I could use, and these are the 5. Well, I say this is the 5, I mean, these are the 2 runners-ups. We'll get into 3rd, 2nd and 1st in later videos, because I'm incredibly busy right now, but enough of that. So here in 5th place, we have Redlion 29, driving the tier 3 tank for Scorpion. Now, I was surprised by the amount of Scorpion replays I got. I think I got a grand total of 1 out of 5, you know, 20% of the replays that were sent in. 20%, 1 out of 5 of the replays that were sent in were Scorpion replays. Oh damn guys, you love to play. I don't know if I got any Sheridan games. I think the rest of them were all just Big Light Panzers. Because the Big Light Panzer is really good fun and it's really good. But you'll see those in later videos. So, enough of that. This is Redlion, coming in at 5th for a runners-up. Well, you have to find out later on for the amount of points. Anyway, so we're on the Narrows. The Narrows is it's an alright map. Low tier, it's just fine for low tier, especially in this little vehicle, the Scorpion. Very nimble, very quick. It's got, I say a hit or miss gun, but that'd be a really bad pun due to its inaccuracy. But I mean hit or miss as in the only ammunition this gun fires is high explosive. Now, it does fire different types of high explosive, but it still stands, it only fires high explosive. Now, that could be a good thing. Why is that a good thing? Well, a lot of vehicles at this tier are very thinly armoured. Very thin armour, probably in the region around about 20 to 30 millimeters on the sides and rear of them. So, it's not a bad thing, but yet at the same time, you only fire HE. So, if you're fighting a T62 from the front, or even a Leopard 1 really from the front, HE's not going to do much. A Scorpion here is, well, come on Redlion, show him who's boss, come on. Boom, there we go. Took his track off and he's just like, ouch. And then he gets a completely ammo-wrecked and annihilated on the bridge. So we haven't really done too much so far. We've stood in the middle, we've tried to support the middle, and now we're going to make a better move. Now, from the first position, I wasn't particularly keen on that first position, but Redlion here takes up a good spot. You can see there the amount of vehicles he can overlook from this position. Straight over the middle, look at how many enemies are bunching up on that corner. Now, since we do fire only HE, we can do some damage to them depending on where the round lands. And you'll see how hit or miss this gun is. You can see here, a lot of rounds are missing. And I don't mean hit or miss as in inaccurate, although that is one meaning of it. There you go, look at that. 19 damage to a Dragoon 90. That's what I mean by hit or miss. You either do a lot of damage or you do none, basically. And we do actually hit these OF-40s and this T-62 in the centre, but we just do no damage to them, because they are classed as heavily armoured for HE. There you go. Struck the Sheridan. We actually killed him. 187 damage. Not too bad at all. A lot of the enemies are dying, though, in the centre. Can we hit that T-62? Don't know if that's going to hit. Oh, an OF-40. Hello there, OF-40. Look at this. Look at what I mean. We've done no damage, and then boop, 469 damage into an OF-40 on a crit hit. So, yeah, and then we hit the OF-40 again, and we bounce off. We do no damage. So this gun is complete hit or miss on whether you're going to do damage or not. Doesn't mean it's a bad gun. It just means it can be a little bit frustrating at these lower tiers. This little 76mm. But overall, though, the Scorpion is a great little package for a light tank. And just cutting back to the gameplay here, enough of my ramblings. I thought there that he was going to turn around and engage the Leopard 1 coming up behind him. But it turns out that that might have been a bad idea, as you'll see later on. He actually played the correct play here, and I think he might have done it by mistake. If that was me, I would have rushed that Leopard 1. And you'll see why in a minute. Just pay attention to the mini... Oh, there you go. 2 Leopard 1s have appeared, and they're basically on pretty high amounts of HE. Not stopping to shoot the enemies behind him, he has seen these Leopard 1s, and his friendly Scorpion needs his help. There's the enemy Leopard. Don't stop. There we go. We've stopped. A little bit too late to fire on that guy over to the right. We're going to try and see if we can help this guy on the left, but then our friendly dies. So we're now stuck here with 2 Leopard 1s. One's on full HP, which is fun. We fire our first round, and it misses. Leopard 1's out, we take a hit there, 243 damage. This vehicle only gets 1015 HP. Another hit, 302. It's not going particularly well at the moment. Fire again and it misses. Oh god, this is not good. Leopard's fire, he misses there on the left. The other Leopard, he takes a punt at us and misses as well. We fire and hit him for 199 damage. How'd you like that medicine, Leo? Ooh, friendly just misses us, and we take another hit there. 300... What? 5... What? What's my damage counter doing? Anyway, we took another hit there, and we're on one-shot kill. 186 HP. Not good, but we did get out of there in time, and we did survive. So it wasn't, you know, it was a pretty average game, but he rolled in at 5th. Now, there are meant to be, I think, 9 awards. I might have overestimated the amount of replays I was going to get. So you guys should have paid more attention and sent your replays in, huh? That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Joke's on you guys. These average games actually won them quite good boosters and premium vehicles. So, Redlion, you came 5th. Your scores add up as 2 kills, I think it was. Then you got 2 on the assistance damage, which is not too bad. Then on the assists, you got another +3. So, overall, you did actually pretty well on 7 points. Coming in at 5th, not a high ranking score, not compared to our top replay, which has quite a whopping amount of points there. Nearly 5 times as much points, but nonetheless, on to our second game. So we've gone from 7 points, now up to another amount. Can you guess how many points we're going to get by the end of this replay? No, you can't. So this is Galician. He is in the Big Light Panzer, unsurprisingly, because the Big Light Panzer is a very, very good tank. Good fun. I do enjoy the Big Light Panzer, and I'm certain I was actually quite surprised by the amount of people that didn't send in replays for the Big Light, because I've had really good replays in this vehicle as well. I really enjoy this. Let's just speed up the what's the name counter. There we go. Down to 8 seconds. But the Big Lights are brilliant. It's got a 57mm 8-round clip autocannon, which is amazing. It does about 200 damage, and has about 200mm of penetration. So for an autocannon at tier 5, it is utterly devastating. That 200 damage per hit, I think the Warrior at tier 8 with its 30mm gets about the same damage output, but that gets 6 rounds instead of 8. Now I was surprised here by what Galician does. I thought, oh, he's going to take up a sniper position, use the ATGMs to our advantage. Okay, that's not a bad idea, because the ATGMs on this vehicle are actually quite potent. But he gets up to this position here, and we start overlooking. Friendly VBO up ahead. Everything looks like it's going to be played as we're going to snipe. But it turns out that Galician manned this position for about 3.5 minutes. So I'm just going to cut that bit out in a minute, because I wanted to talk more about the Big Light Panzer, because of that really well frontal sloped glacis plate that bounces everything. And there we go, we've cut it. I've managed to talk about what I wanted to do. We've cut it. We only managed to get 2 rounds in on the ERC 90F4. That's not even 1 point. 490 damage, 450 damage. It needs to be 500 to get your 1 point of damage there. So we're going to have to make a move. We're going to have to push him a little bit closer. And we have to do more damage, of course, because we need to beat that 7 points of Redlion. We need to get higher than that. Where are we going to go? So we're going to move up from one sort of sniping position to another. Now, I was a bit unsure as to why Galician played the Big Light Panzer as a sniper, because it's only a 57mm cannon. It's not a very big caliber of round. An AP, don't forget, loses penetration over distance. It's a small caliber, so that loss of penetration is going to be detrimental to your penetration effects on enemy MBTs and light tanks, since we are actually in a tier 7 match. So, yeah, I wasn't particularly keen on that. You can play the Big Light Panzer as a frontline brawler. It is more of an assault cavalry vehicle. You let your MBTs make a breach in the enemy front lines, and then you exploit it with the Big Light, because it is very quick and it has a very potent gun. The ATGMs are more used on the defensive, I find. You can sit back and you can use the ATGMs for defense. Autocannon is for an attacking attack. If that made any sense. An attacking attack. Yes, we'll go with that. Okay. So we're going to push up more now. Let's see what we can do. Because you can't engage MBTs from the front with this vehicle. Even a T-72 Ural, that thing is pretty strong from the front. Even by like tier 6 main battle tank gun standards, they can actually still bounce off it quite frequently. You'd be surprised. But no, we're not. We're going to find a lovely, juicy, weak target. Did you see that BMP-3M on our left before? No, we didn't. There we go. Look at that. Just farm the damage, and he's dead. Look at that, we just got 3 points there in the matter of, what, milliseconds. 3 points on the damage, 1,691. Now, we don't know how much spotting damage or tracking assist damage we've done, although we've done none because we haven't tracked anyone yet. You get 250 points, 1 point for every 250 points of tracking damage in our light tank category here. Now, let's look here. Now, this bit surprised me. I actually found this quite funny while I was recording it, because I had recorded these straight off the bat. I hadn't watched them previously. I was making the commentary as I was watching it before, and I thought, Centauro, that's going to be good. And then, out of nowhere, surprise butt 6 from the VFM. And we do manage to get the VFM. Centauro's still not looking our way. Come up, bounce 1 round, and 2 penetrations on him. So look at that. We are now on, what is that? I think that's 5 points, is that? Yeah, we're on 5 points now for the damage. 2,526. As well as 3 kills plus 3. What's that? 5. We're on 9 at the moment. We're already above Redlion. We don't know how much else we're going to do. Maybe on a bit of assists. You don't know. Now, that Stingray that was down there, in fact, I think Galician could have taken him. The Big Light Panzer is fast enough. And don't forget, he's on full HP. That Stingray was only on 400 HP, and the Stingray, don't forget, has no armor. So this 57 is very, very powerful against Stingrays. Don't forget that. Just because you're a tier 5 light tank with a 57mm cannon doesn't mean you're not a massive threat to some higher tiered vehicles. You still have BMP-3M, tier 7 AFV, and we knocked him out within seconds because this 57 is powerful. So I think Galician there could have picked up a few extra points on the damage. Maybe, what's that? 1 extra point on damage and 1 extra point on the kill. So we could have got another 2 points there, adding to his total. Just if he had played a bit more aggressively and rushed that Stingray. But now, there's only an Abrams and a T-72A left. Both of them up on the top of the dam. So we're going to have to be speedy, because that's what the Big Light Panzer does best. ECU override? Hell yeah. I can't remember what it gives now. It was a little while ago now. I think it was a 50% reduction in all ground surface resistances, plus 50% on acceleration, and then something like plus 25% to top speed. Something ridiculous. It makes them go blisteringly fast for the 8 seconds that it's on for. But for now, we haven't used it. Big Light Panzer is quick enough to get there. We could have used it. Probably would have got us here quicker, but we don't know what turned out differently. But it turns out good in the end. T-72A, here he is, comes on side on. First round does nothing, second round misses, and then no, there we go. Okay, so we got 1 penetrating round on him. Not too bad there. So in total, we got 6 points for the damage, 3 points for assists, I think it was, and then 1 point for 3 points for kills and 1 point for assists. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. So that is our 2 runners-up. Redlion in 5th and Galician in 4th. They're going to get their boosters anytime soon. And guys, stay tuned for the 3rd and 2nd finalists and then the winner. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.